fucking lip, and then something is like humbles you. You know what I mean? Shows you, no, you got a little pee-pee, and you're like, oh, I got a little pee-pee, and you cry, and you think you suck. And it turns out that crowd just had a big ass vagina. You know what I mean? That's a horrible
big
analogy.
Old loose panuch. Comedy of panuch.
Loose ass bitch. You just wanted butthole jokes. That's all you wanted.
No, but see, here's the thing though. I mean, when do you hear like Dave Chappelle? Like, I don't think that dude bombs anymore.
Yeah, he does. You remember the thing on TMZ of him bombing? Like he got booed.
No, he was getting booed. It's different. It's different when your material is sucking and when people are just booing you for whatever. Wait, was he sucking?
He said he got way too high. Which is
never mind.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Yeah.
Fucking Dave, you stupid ass, unprofessional ass motherfucker. You made me look like an idiot. Trying to stick up for your genius.
Okay, what's the difference then? What's the difference of being I feel like I know, but to you, have you ever been booed off stage? Because I feel like I bomb at every open mic.
I've been booed, but they weren't successful in getting me off the stage.
For a year straight, I got booed at the beginning of all my sets at LOL. And that's because I started with a joke, the one about quitting smoking weed. And when I say that,
yeah, but that's kind of like,
yeah, but to start off with a boo. You know
I mean, some of it is kind of like wrestling, though. You know,
yeah,
you say, yeah. You're just basically being the bad guy, going like this. Yeah.
So then you're okay. So what real boo did you have?
When I went to Hyenas to do a show for this buddy comic who had they gave him one night to do a show, and he was like, you want to come do some time? And I did.
How long ago was this?
Oh, dude, this must have been like fucking, I think I might have even still been in Senate, like 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
No, like 14 or 15. I went up there, and Suarez was there, and he was introducing me, Mike Suarez, from what's the
Robert Kelly's
podcast. Yeah. Wet Dude. What was I gonna? Oh yeah. I was. He was introducing me. No, I was living in Austin. That's why, because I wanted him to say from San Antonio, and he goes all the way from Austin, blah blah blah, Raul Sanchez. And I go up there, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He walks off. And I go, actually, I'm from San Antonio. And then I forgot that the Spurs had just taken out the Mavs out of the playoffs like the day before or some shit like that. And everybody was like, boo! I felt that one. Like, that was like straight up. They did not like me.
Did you recover?
Yeah, I just pretended that I didn't care about basketball. I was like, I don't even care about basketball. And they were like, oh, we didn't know.
What is that called? Handball? I don't even know handball.
They looked at me like I was kind of like special. I was like, he's my lead.
Oh, I know the San Antonio Silver Surfers. They're cool. You know what sucks? I keep watching these podcasts over and over again because I'm editing a lot of them. And a lot of it, I'm just looking at myself. I'm like, stop rambling on about nonsense. Like where I just keep taking
Dude, that last podcast that we did with Edward and George.
Yeah.
When I was editing it, dude, it's 2.5 hours long, right? And I'd been drinking, and you could tell, like, from the start to like towards the end, I'm just babbling like a fucking drunk idiot. Just going like,
see what happens.
I was like, what the fuck is that? What I was? I cut all that shit out.
What happens on Willful Ignorance is I wait towards the end to bring up the subjects that I want to bring up, and I shouldn't do that because by that time, usually you're already inebriated, and then everything becomes would you put a dick in a man's butthole? And then I'm just like, and then I try to bring something up like, yeah, but would you suck his dick for Bitcoin? And it's like, that's not at all what I'm trying to bring up. Why are you trying to bring up serious shit? I don't care about this. Like, all right, anyway, dicks and buttholes.
Oh no, it's kind of like you're a chick that didn't want to suck dick and eventually goes, all right, fine.
That's actually hotter.
I just did it again.
Yeah, you did. Talking about sex. Have you ever taken your girl to? I don't know if I asked you this before. Your girl to a sex shop, a store, to shop for something together?
No, but I've been meaning to ask her if she wants to
do that.
Yeah, you know, go get a fucking mace or whatever the fuck she needs.
Well, she made me feel weird because she was just like, so you went to the store by yourself to pick something for us. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, well, why didn't you invite me? I'm like,
why didn't you invite her?
I don't know. We weren't at the time, pre-pandemic us, weren't that couple. You know what I mean?
You guys weren't like filth?
No, we weren't sex.
Oh, you guys weren't rolling in it?
We weren't sex shop people. You know what I mean? We use coconut oil, but that's about it. There's no freakiness in coconut oil, really.
Yeah.
You put it in
food.
No, you put it in the microwave for like 15.
Yeah, but it's freaky
20.
because it's a food. There are such things as like lubricants, sexual lubricants made for that.
Okay.
Coconut oil, I think you're supposed to be cooking with that shit.
If it's in the kitchen. If it's in the kitchen, you cook with it.
Technically, I guess
if it's in the bedroom, you cook with it. You know what I mean? You're still cooking with it. Just making something different. Beating a different type of eggs. But because
I'm gonna punish those eggs.
But because of the pandemic, I don't use too much or throw off their pH balance and all that other shit. Anyway, but because and then
coconut oil will throw. What is? First of all, can we talk about what is pH balance again? I've heard that about women having to watch their pH balance. What is that?
Well, I found out about this at 19. And the way I found out was I thought, I'm an idiot. I thought my girlfriend was coming, and because I had all this white stuff on my dick, but that's not what it was. It was a bit yeasty is what happened.
It burned.
No, it didn't burn. I just had all this white stuff on me, and it was because it was that. And it was because I was an idiot, and I thought it'd be sexy to shove ice cubes in her. Like, this is hot. I'm gonna put and we live in a
faucet water in her.
Yeah, faucet water. I was like, here we go. Here's some lead for your pussy. How does that feel? Dry. It feels dry.
Some fluoride on that shit.
No, it's gonna feel great. Everybody knows how the extreme cold helps sex. And then later on, the doctor said, well, why does this keep happening? And I mean, if she would have had filtered water, this wouldn't have been a thing, but she didn't have filtered water. And so the doctor told her your pH balance is off. And since I was 19 years old, I found out about pH balance.
So you know of it, but you don't know what it is.
I just know if it's off, they can get a yeast infection. It becomes itchy. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Yeah. Like if your butthole itches, your pH balance is off. Got an itchy butthole? Go get that checked. Your pH balance could be off.
It's tickling you.
My dad told me to use, I forgot what it's called, Monostat. I was like, isn't that for ladies? Just like, but it works on your asshole too. If it, you know.
What?
Like,
Monostat? What is that? What is Monostat?
I'll pull it up right now.
Is it some like, get your pH on point?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yeast infection. There you go. Boom.
Bro, this is like...
yeast infections is a thing.
This is... Wow.
Yeah.
I'm both fascinated and disgusted.
Remember when Jim Carrey in, what's it called? Not something about Me, Myself, and Irene. Is it Me, Myself?
Me, Myself, and Irene.
Where he plays the two... Okay, so in that one where he does the self-checkout, remember? And he says, there's a little too much cheese on the taco. That's what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was a perfect example. When he said that, I was like, I get that.
It makes sense. Even I got that, but I didn't know he was talking about pH balance.
Talking about pH balance.
So that shit can go rancid. That's wild.
Yeah, well,
but it cures, right? Like, I'm sure it happened before too.
What do you mean?
Like in caveman days?
Well, yeah, because they got like dirt under their nails and shit. And so I don't know if they were finger fucking at the time.
I was about to say, like,
they definitely dirty dicks. And they had those
big old fucking fat caveman fingers.
Yeah, that's why I say in one of those bits that I have about about the girl getting what did I say? a bladder infection, and I was like, it's because I fingered her up. But yeah,
that's one of your first skits.
That's one of my first skits that I do at the beginning. I'm like, you ever get fingered when you're 15? And I do the shoulder. That's my new thing. I throw shoulders into my bed.
Oh, dude.
So it's like, this is the setup.
Nice, old school. You remember seeing those old school guys at River Center?
Yeah.
These like 45-year-old like features. They would come in and they always had that like, you know, that snappiness to like their presentation.
I actually worked with a guy who came with shoulder pads. He had shoulder pads. I'm serious. He had shoulder pads on, like the jacket and everything. And I was like, what? And he was like the same, I wouldn't say 80s, but definitely mid 90s.
Oh, you mean shoulder pads that's in those fucking...
Yeah. Like that famous comedian, what's her name?
Like, no, what's his dick? Brad Pitt in Cool World, where he's got this fucking...
It wasn't that big. Paula Poundstone. That's like those shoulder pads. Do you remember her?
No, I don't.
I'm going to pull her up. Paula. And she's still doing it too.
Poundstone.
Yeah. I put Poundstone. But the point is, okay, you see, I mean, the jacket wasn't that big, but that's what I mean by...
Oh, shit, look at that. Oh, yeah.
By shoulder pads.
That's adorable. I think that's adorable. It's like she's a veteran of those times.
Yes, and that's what I was gonna say. That's what it felt like. Like nostalgia walked straight into the room,
right?
And I wasn't even mad at him because I was like, "You are the creator of that.
Yeah,
you started that genre.
Right.
It's like I was opening for, you know, not Color Me Bad. I was gonna do a rock band, but
Color Me Bad.
but something. Well, I guess you could do Color Me Bad.
Stupid jokes in front of an arena.
I meant if it was like music, like if you're opening up for like a mid 90s band and you're a newer band, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, fuck, I grew up listening, maybe not to you, but people that sounded like that. That's the way I thought stand-up was supposed to sound. And the dude gave me a great comment. He's like, I like how you're up there, and it was like a chariot, and you're up there, and you're like pulling back the reins, and I was like,
that's old school fucking analogies.
I was like, thank you, I appreciate it. He's like, yeah, you guided them, it was great. And he went out there with the
you were in that tunnel as the wave is crashing over you, but you weren't going too fast, you weren't going too high.
You were right in that wave, and I enjoyed it. Really, I like what I said. Well, when I asked Brecco and Tori how long they've been doing stand-up, like, what? It's 5 years, and this year's 12 years for us. And I was like, fuck, what am I doing in this car with you going to an open mic? I hate myself right now.
July, right? July, August.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 12 years. Oh yeah,
12 years.
We started on an even number, right? 2010.
Yep, that's right after my life fell apart, and I was like, you know what, stand up.
Oh yeah, that was right after I did mushrooms in California and smoked weed for the first time, both. And yeah,
like then I did stand up.
I said it that manly too. It was exactly like I want to say like 2 or 3 months afterwards, because I think I went to go visit my sister and my buddy, my old army buddy in California in May or June.
Yeah.
And I just remember smoking for the first time, and then taking the psilocybin extract, which is like this black shit. And
you took some gummy, crazy fucking psychedelics.
Yeah, I mean, it was mushroom, it was psilocybin. It might have been like it was most definitely more than I could handle, because I had never done any of it before. So I definitely went.
Did you trip with people that you know very well though?
Yeah, but I didn't. There was points where I didn't remember. Because one time I was throwing up in the toilet, and I was like, ugh. And my friend Mike Espinoza is like kind of like rubbing my back, like, all right, bro, you'll be all right, kind of thing. And I was like, ugh. And I'm just like that. And then he goes, all right, man, I'm gonna be right back. Let me know if you need something. And I was like, no, dude, you're the closest thing to reality that I have. And he was like, oh, okay, I'll just stay here a little bit.
After you puked, did it hit harder?
Yes.
Yeah, that's when it usually
that's
hits.
when I was starting to. I thought the worst was over. I was like, man, mushrooms. I'm never doing that again. Little did I know it was just about to pick up, dude.
Yeah.
It was fucking
That means you're gonna have a good trip, because that means the demons are coming out, and you expel those demons, and then you're allowed to. The blockage came out, and now you're allowed to heal. So whatever that was in your gut. It all came out, all that energy, blah.
Maybe. I mean, I don't.
Because anytime I have not vomited from doing psychedelics a long, long time ago, I've had a bad trip.
Really?
Yeah, it's like being spiritually constipated. You didn't let it out, and so you can't heal. You got to let all of it fucking. So I remember like. The last time I did it, which was, I think I was 28, 27, around that. And not only did I vomit, but because I have that in my head, I like cry vomited, like whoa, like let it out into the toilet, and then after that, it was like fucking bliss.
Well, I mean, that happens after you vomit or after you cry. There is a certain like. It's out.
What's a healing factor?
Yeah, I mean after. Oh yeah, because it's your body trying to get rid of something. Isn't that weird though? But there's no concrete shit on what crying is all about, right? Like scientists haven't figured out. Oh, the neural pathways or.
Oh, like to show pain? Like what do you mean? Like.
Oh, what's the purpose of it? I guess
for the tears to come out.
Yeah. Like, what's the scientific evolutionary reason?
So that the opposite sex knows that you're a pussy. That's why. So they know, like that guy.
So women know what man it's not man enough.
Yeah. Oh, he has emotions. Gross.
Oh no! It's to weed out the pussy, son. That's what crying is for.
It's either that or lube for when you're sucking dick. Those are the only two things. Tears are for. If you suck dick hard enough, the tears will come out, and then it just makes it easier.
And it's a cycle.
Maybe I'm the one that brings up the dick sucking. Maybe it's not so much you and George.
let he who is without dick
cast the first nut. So the whole thing about going through some situation in your head, you shrooms, me, the Vicodin incident or whatever the fuck, and then doing stand up, right? But that's because of how we grew up and the experiences that we had and the things that we watched on television that made us like stand up, right? So imagine if one of those little things was just, in the multiverse. I think about that stuff. What if my thing wasn't that, but I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. I'm gonna do porn now. But I was
Wait, what?
I'm equipped in this multiverse.
In this multiverse,
I am equipped to do that. You know what I mean?
You have like a big schlong.
No, that's not my thing. I have a different thing. I have the biggest nuts ever seen. But they're real. They're like.
But it's a little peepee though.
No, the peepee just looks little compared to the nuts, but it's a good peepee. But the reason it's because for some reason I get real popular. And I've thought about this. I get real popular because people just like to see that one where you're sitting on the couch and she's on top, like going like that on you, but it's just a close-up scene of my nuts and her smashing like that, and that's what gets popular. The size of my nuts, and they compare size of my nuts to their asses too. They like to see really big asses.
It looks like two chicks are like slapping asses against each other.
Yeah, and then like for some reason when I do nut, it's like a little aliens in my nuts, and it's like, wow. And it like you can see it on the sack and shit like that. It's like, what's in there? I was like, it's just my nut.
Well, from what I understand, the size of your nuts depends on how fertile you are.
Really?
I'm gonna go get another beer. You want something?
Go ahead. I'll plug the shit. Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? Go to Eat Me Texas if you're looking to get your edibles on. eatmetexas.com. Use, oh, shoot. There we go. Sorry, that other one's not working. eatmetexas.com. Make sure to get, and you got to be 21 and over, your edibles. Use code Nobody's Happy. You can see it below. Nobody's Happy. And we also got a new one here called Earl's Beef Jerky. you can go to thebestbeefjerkyintheworld.com and get 10% off, again, with code Nobody's Happy. And you order right here. Delicious beef jerky. Rolls had it. I've had it. Edward on the podcast had it. So go ahead and get your beef jerky. 10%
My mom
off.
had it.
Everybody had that beef jerky. Everybody been all up in that beef jerky.
All up in that jerky's guts.
What was the other dream besides stand-up? What was the other thing that you thought, maybe I can do this, or is stand-up the only thing in this reality that you're like, man, I there's nothing else I could do?
I thought I was going to write short stories.
Oh, like
Fiction. I thought I was going to write fiction. I thought I was going to be like
erotic novels, or is it like novellas?
No, man, I was gonna write like some fucking hot shit. Actually, when I took before I did stand up, I was going to college with the GI Bill, and I was taking creative writing classes, and I remember where like everybody would write like a short story, and then everybody would bring a copy for everybody, and everybody handed them out. So at the end, you came with 20 copies, and you left with 20 copies. Only when you left, it's like different. And then you read them, and then you gotta.
That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of fucking work, but like I kind of like I dig that shit.
You gotta be able to read fast. You gotta be able to read.
Yeah, and that was a little. I'm a very slow reader, but I gotta read shit like multiple times.
Yeah, I gotta read the same page 5 times.
Yeah,
because I'm still like I gotta take a nap now.
You're like my brain will start thinking of something else as I'm reading.
Yeah,
and I'm like, fuck, I gotta start all over. Anyway, I got a lot. I would get like a lot of like decent reviews of like of the other students. They would say like, "Hey, this is actually pretty nice, man," and they were starting to make me feel like, "Holy fuck, I could probably fucking do this."
Yeah.
But my problem is I would get bored with because they're not done. It's like it's okay for what you know. You know, it's kind of like an open micer having a good set.
Yeah.
And you think like, holy fuck. So I can probably like headline tomorrow, right?
It's the ignorance and how knowing a beginner
Right.
doesn't know how much they don't know.
Yeah. So you don't know how much work you got to put in. And that's what eventually I realized about like writing short stories and fiction. It's a lot of, it's mostly rewriting. The majority of it is rewriting. It's first you write a lot. Yeah. But then you got to go over it, and it's never perfect the first time. And I don't know why, but when you first start off, just like with stand-up, you just think like, well, what's wrong with this? You know?
Who's the one that wrote Casino?
Martin Scorsese?
Martin Fugazi. Yeah.
Some fucking Guido.
He says if the first draft doesn't make you vomit, then you're not doing it right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if you don't watch, like I don't know if he was talking specifically the way he writes it or the way he films it, but if you see read or see the first thing and doesn't make you sick, like this fucking sucks. And he goes,
you know what? I'm a creative coward. I write the short story. Mm-hmm. Like one time, me and my girlfriend just sat down. I was like, why don't we just sit down and write for a little bit? And I was just drinking, and there's nothing more fun than drinking and writing. And afterwards, we
drinking
exchanged.
and fucking is pretty fun.
Fucking is pretty fun. Yeah. Wait, what did you say?
Drinking and fucking is pretty fun too.
Well, yeah, I didn't say it was the best.
You said there's nothing better.
Oh, wait. Fair enough. And then I take it back, and you know what? I'm just gonna stop. I'm full of shit.
So anyway, me and my girl were riding. It's better than sex. I'm like, ooh, I'm fucking you so good right now. It's still about sex.
I really did say some fucking sissy ass shit.
Now cry so they know.
And then the way we have sex is we just touch hands and we climax while we're praying for each other.
For our souls.
No, dude. And she even liked the shit that I wrote.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's pretty good. But then she was going like, but this is because she's really good at writing.
Yeah. Well, she has to write for Nat Geo and shit, right?
Yeah, well, she's worked with them before, but she's a librarian. slash teacher.
Well,
But she saw it and she thought
technically she's Indiana Jones because she's teaching and librarian
and then going out fucking to Alaska and shit, robbing native people of their fucking treasures.
But to put in the museum because for the better of them.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? They're just going to take out hearts and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuck them with their loincloths. Fucking
eating monkey brains.
Non-sweater having motherfuckers. No, but what I learned like from her, like telling me this is one thing where you, I have like stupid things. Like she'll just critique me like, well, it's actually there, not there. And like just stupid shit like that. But also like, things like, oh yeah, I kind of don't know what you mean by this and that, and that's the kind of the part where I go like, oh, it's work. It's kind of like somebody that's naturally funny, goes on stage, kills it, and then they try it again and it doesn't work the same way, and then they're like, wait, you gotta keep at it, like it's not done already, and then they go, well, never mind then.
No, not me. Once I put it out there, it never changes. This is the way it'll be said forever.
Well, I mean, that speaks to the ones that you have that work.
We're all going through this, all right? I'm going to say it. It's going to be done. Well, that's why you have an editor. You pay an editor, somebody to edit that shit for you.
Yeah, but I guess I just hate confronting my own flaws.
I enjoy it. I enjoy putting my flaws out there. All is one. It's all part of it. It's all, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I think the approach, like your approach is I have to write it down and make sure it's, in my head, to me, flawless before I put it out there. And then you'll put it out, you'll go and say it and then see if it works. And in mine, I'm like, I like this idea. I'm going to find how to make it funny. I don't even know if it fucking is funny, but I enjoy it. And I'm going to put it out there, and when it works, it fucking is a knockout, and when it doesn't work, it's you get knocked out.
So how does that moment feel when you're like, I only got the idea, and then I'm gonna say the idea, and then once I say the idea, what's that like? Do you get up to a ledge and go, oh? Like, what is the feeling after you say like? So anyway, I was fingering my butthole the other day, right? As you would probably say.
I finally figured out a rhythm on how to say my jokes that where if I say it in that rhythm, I'm more comfortable, and it's not like a cadence, but it's like a certain flow. I mean, everybody has that, right? But I know where to place phrases, and that's why a lot of the stuff I say, I'll try to come up with like stupid little sayings, like he's all toe no nail. You know what I mean? That's fucking stupid. Long skinny purple penises. It doesn't it's just the saying is funny to me. So I'll come up with a saying. I have the idea where I want to start, kind of where I want to end. And then I put the beats in there, and I'm like, all right, now I'm going to go up and do it, and let's see what works. And then I'm throwing shit out there and ad-libbing. And
it's like that that cotton balls joke. Like the reason a lot of us would remember that part is because you would always say it with an inflection.
Yeah.
But you got to keep one headphone on. So everybody would quote it back to you.
See, but
and they go, I hate your material. Then I can recite word for word all of it.
Which is not always good, because there's people I can recite their fucking jokes, and it's like, it's not good.
Well, I mean,
like, I'll never forget Crocodile. That's that fucking that joke. Do you remember it? The one that guy that said it?
No.
Where he says,
oh no, I thought you were talking about your what is that farm animal thing?
Oh no, that was a long time. God dang. No, this guy I saw, he ate it so hard, but I was the only one dying in the back in Austin because his confidence was like insane.
Wait, what is that? What does that mean? Like he was delivering these awful jokes with a lot of conviction?
Yes, like he was just murdering.
Like he was smashing it?
Yeah, and it made he
God
believed in
him,
it so bad. I connected with him. I'm like, I get what you're trying to do, and I love that you fucking are still going for it, even though it's so awkward in here and silent. And the joke that had me laughing so hard that people started turning around like, who the fuck is laughing at this? He goes, you know how you put your phone in your back pocket and I'm not doing his cadence. He's like, he wore like an Aussie hat, like he was Australian. And about 3 minutes of his set was about Australians. Anyway, so he's talking about butt dialing, and he goes, but if it's in your front pocket, that's not what it is. It's actually a crocodile. And when he said crocodile, he's like, all right. And then he does the fucking crocodile hunter, and he's just like, all right, mate, the crocodile. And then he's just like, and he's like wrestling his cock on stage, and I'm in the back going, bah! Genius, fucking crocodile. And the comics around me are like, what the fuck? And I'm like, fuck you, you put them on the show. I don't fucking look, I'm enjoying myself. And what's weird,
fuck, dude,
is if I'm on stage and I probably do have a crocodile joke or two, but I can enjoy it just the way that guy can enjoy it sometimes. Where you can block out the audience isn't enjoying it.
Did any of it sound like it could probably work somewhere else?
No, it sounded like an insane person. And I was laughing for the wrong reasons. I was laughing at
the situation.
Yeah, like it was like somebody said, "Oh, I'm the best dancer in the world," and then went off and was like fucking going stupid. I'm like, what is he doing? Tries to do the split and does like a half split and falls over and he's all crocodile. And I'm just like, fucking genius.
Oh, because you're mean. That's why.
I'm not mean.
You wanted to laugh at him.
I'm not laughing. I did laugh. But I laughed at that joke. I specifically
everybody was having the proper response, which was complete horror. And you were like, "This is amazing."
I laughed at his freedom, the freedom that guy. I'm dressing it up, but but still the freedom that guy had. Like, fuck this, fuck these people. I'm gonna come up here in my Aussie outfit and do a crocodile hunter and talk about crocodile. And it fucking, to me, was, I would never book him on a show.
Sounds like a lot of a GQ energy.
Yes. I would put it this way: I would never book him on a show, but every time I saw him at a mic, I would stop and watch.
Oh yeah, that was
yeah. And those are the type of people, if they somehow figure something out, something clicks where they're like, oh, they're laughing kind of at me. Let me figure out how I can capitalize on this, which is rare. But if they can, then I think they can be somewhat successful, at least to where they're working in their local area.
Damn, man. I mean, some people just never
figure it out.
Never figure it out, right? I know I've had like a couple of people that like, hey, what do you think about that joke? And then I go like, well, I mean, it's kind of like this and that. And instead of going like, oh, okay, they'll try to explain it.
Yeah.
And be like, well, no, actually, that's what I'm saying there. Like, instead of going like, oh, okay, man, they'll just kind of like double down on it. No,
this
like,
is why it's funny.
This is why, and then try to explain it. Yeah. And then that's when like, I'll maybe try one more time, but like, see, and then if they get this like weird blank stare, like I'm talking in Chinese,
yeah,
then I'm like, oh damn, dude. Well, all the best to you. Whatever.
Some people have no
whatever
comedy.
Better stuff you're gonna do than this, obviously.
And I bet you the joke's probably 5 years old too. Probably. They have no comedy dexterity. They're not. They don't. Also, they don't. I've noticed a lot of times the people I've seen that've been doing it. This is gonna sound real shitty, but I guess whatever, 10 or 12 years, and they haven't worked the club and they haven't done any of that. They're still doing the same material they were doing 9 years ago.
Yeah, well, I never understood that because I mean I guess I know everybody that's in like a creative field that is decent enough at least will say like, oh, I'm my own worst critic, but it really does help you to be like brutal on yourself as far as like what you're
you cry in the shower and shit and you saw
well, maybe not to that fucking extent.
I mean, you can.
Gee, I mean, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The first time I ever bombed, I went home and I was like teared up. Like I was essentially crying. It just wasn't dripping. And I was punching the steering wheel and I was really fucking upset. So yeah, I mean, I
had the cry throw up. That's how bad I bombed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I wish you had never told me that because I just imagined it. And a thinner, like way better looking you. Just this delicious motherfucker sitting in the corner like,
what are you talking about? This is like a year ago. My fatness.
Oh no, that means you're also finished and you're fucking finished. No, I mean, yeah, that happens sometimes. You know, I think comics are very sensitive people, but it's more the hard on yourself going like, that wasn't funny enough. They laughed, but they didn't like burst out laughing.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like that's the
So you want to murder?
It's more of like not a feeling sorry for yourself, hard on yourself, but more like a coach or a general going like, God damn it, that's not good enough. We can do better and all this bullshit. You know, like kind of like pushing yourself.
I find it easier if I'm going after like comedians that I watch or I think are funny. You know what I mean? That it pushes me to be like, yo, I can't come, for example, to the Tiger and just fucking wing it and then eat a dick after, you know, because then that means for the whole next week, that's all I'm going to be thinking about. For the whole next week, I'm going to be like, fuck that mother. And not even like it's a competition, like that person beat me. It's more like I didn't bring it and I feel stupid now.
You know, I have such a soft spot for the Blind Tiger that even if I have 2 or 3 other shows after the Blind Tiger, I don't want to bomb at the Blind Tiger because I know even if I do great at those other shows, afterwards I'm gonna be like, yeah, but I gotta do the Blind Tiger again on Friday, and that's like the enemy that just whooped my ass the other day.
Yeah, pretty much. That was the comedy portion, the stand-up portion of the podcast. So what this is I've been
Joshua
looking up AI shit, and this scared the shit out of me. Like the robots and stuff.
Oh shit!
Look
Can
how
people see? Can people see this?
No. Should I put it on?
Yeah, it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be fine.
All right.
It's a fucking robot that's so human-like.
That's not even the one that's like the most human-like.
Wait, hold on. What's the name of the Ameca interaction? AMECA.
Check this one out.
AMECA, Ameca interaction.
Now this is programmed. This is programmed, but watch.
Oh, we can't hear it, huh?
There's nothing to really hear.
Oh.
Look at the face though.
Oh my god.
When they wake up.
La verga.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude. That thing looks creepy as fuck, man.
That's scary, right?
Whoa.
And that's programmed all into the robot for them to do those facial expressions.
Right, yeah.
But
like I'm discovering myself kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what a fucking algorithm is. It's just a learning computer.
Well, they shut down. Apparently, the couple of the robots were talking to each other in a language that the programmers didn't understand. They created their own language, and so they
I heard about that, but I didn't know the details. I don't know the
details either.
Was that there was these 2 computers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they started
talking to each other.
But see, I don't know any context out. What were these computers
talking about? Nobody knows because it was a language.
No, I'm saying what were these computers for though? Like nuclear reactors, a radio tower? Like what?
I have no idea. It's just artificial intelligence.
See, here's the thing,
AI,
though. The thing about memory, though, is like I know a lot of memories that I've debunked in the past 10 years. Like when I started realizing, like, I think some shit I just misremember.
Most of the times, that's what it is.
But so this thing about the computers talking to each other, I could have heard somebody said it, or I could have heard somebody that heard somebody that.
I think you heard it on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Is that where it was?
Probably. That's where I think I heard it.
Well, then,
that's where I hear most of my stuff when I regurgitate something smart.
Well, see, but that's why I'm saying, like, I remember hearing it, but I didn't even remember exactly where I thought I had seen like a YouTube video or something.
It could have been YouTube.
Well, I mean, I guess it could have been technically a YouTube video.
Yeah, it's still a YouTube video. Check out how real this guy's face looks. I mean, there's still a little bit of, you can tell, but what's that one with Arnold where he takes off the fucking...
Oh, Total Recall?
Yeah, very Total Recall-ish.
I mean, you know what? That dude could fool you if you said, like, hey, that guy's sick, man. He's dying of cancer.
Oh, that's why his skin's like that.
Yeah, I would be like, oh, yeah, he looks like it, man.
I mean, in a club, if he has a hat on, you can't really tell. And that's that other, what's her name, Sophia? The one that said that she wants to kill humanity. They're like, would you want to kill people? And she was like, all right, I'll kill people.
Oh yeah.
But they said that.
And then didn't she say she was kidding?
I didn't hear that. Hey, a robot tells me they're kidding. I'm like, you don't know how to kid. You don't know humor. I'm gonna take all that you said as a threat.
No,
if my microphone tells me I'm going to kill you, and then be like, I'm kidding. I might not throw it away.
If it doesn't know how to joke around, it hasn't developed consciousness.
Correct.
So
why did it say that?
So you don't have to fear it. It was programmed to say that.
Like, you can fear stuff if it has no consciousness.
Yeah, but these fucking things, these robots right now, they're like that one that was like reacting. It's programmed to do that because they're just showing you, look, this is what could be possible.
Okay, so
one day.
So in 20, 30 years from now, does that AI, does the singularity happen where technology surpasses human intelligence and becomes conscious? And then you have to give robots rights. And the fuck I'm gonna have that in my land in America.
Oh no.
It's like what's his name said, robophobic. Remember in Robocop? Why is America so robophobic? Samuel Jackson?
I don't remember that. No.
Oh, when I
remember seeing Robocop again, like maybe 4-6 years ago, and it does not hold up at all. Oh, you're talking about the new one?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember when
I heard the new one stunk.
Remember when that guy fell out and they had like the real long arms? The one we saw where he falls out of the building.
What?
Where in the first RoboCop where they shoot the bad guy and the bad guy falls out the building and it's like a clay model of him. You remember? And his arms are like way too long.
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay, I'm gonna show you that one before I show you this one. I thought we saw it on here. Maybe it was. Well.
RoboCop 1987. RoboCop and scene.
Yeah, we did because remember the dude at the end, the black dude all smiling like, ha ha, he's dead. RoboCop end scene shot through.
No, I don't remember this at all, bro.
That? You remember this?
Dick, you're fired.
Man, your memory is fucked. Because we did see this.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember him walking around the boardroom.
And then this part.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And everything he said is like, look, Chris Breckel. Poor Breckel.
I'll leave Breckel alone, man. Damn, white on white.
What? Oh, now you can kill him because the corporation said he's no longer an employee.
Ah.
And then this part. Let's see how happy he is. And then the long ass arms.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, shit. God damn.
He gave the thumbs up. Fucking, hey, he's dead. Man. Yeah, that one.
Like, chill with the fucking smile, bro.
And then that's so creepy, though.
How did they fuck up something like RoboCop, man?
I thought it was all right.
Really? I heard it was terrible. I mean, I just feel because it's RoboCop.
Right.
What is it?
This, my friends, is the future of American justice. How many, like Thomas King, will pay for their crimes now that RoboCop is here?
Oh, no, there's the line where he says in there, he's just like, where he's trying to put the robots on the streets. And then he's like, why is America so robophobic? And when I heard that, I was like, that's going to be a term. That's going to be a fucking term.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's developed consciousness, I mean, don't you want to like, oh, my bad, dude. I didn't mean to use your ancestors as fucking toasters and shit. You know, like.
Are you saying I'm a robot slave apologist?
Kinda, yeah.
Wow.
No, dude, it's not. Here's the thing. Whatever's gonna develop consciousness, it's gonna be. It's not just all electronics is gonna like come to life.
Well, no, it's not going to be like Futurama, but as far as like the one that I think that it's going to be, this is what the singularity, it's not going to be robots like that. What I think it's going to be is like, I want to improve myself. So I'm going to put this chip in my head. You know what I mean? And then later on, and this chip, so that I don't have those memory problems, I can store everything on this chip. So what day was it? Oh, that was, back in 2035. And you go back in your memory and you can
I can play a video and I can pull up the video of it because I got fucking those contact lenses.
Because fucking Tesla's in your fucking head and shit. Or can Elon Musk put that thing in a pig and shit? But anyway, so you can have, and you can access the internet like that. So you can access which means at the same time, somebody can probably put a virus in it as well. Because if I can access something, if I can upload, can somebody download some shit into my brain?
Upload a memory of you murdering somebody that I murdered.
Yep, exactly.
And then I blame it on you, and then you start acting like, oh shit, I killed somebody.
Well, which I would think I did because it was downloaded in my brain.
Yeah.
So anybody who, you know what I mean, and so
perfect crime.
Mm-hmm. And so and then if you can do the chip thing later on, it's like, man, I want those arms like Jack's. I want big silver fucking amazing arms, and I'm gonna be able to bench press a bunch. You know what I mean? You're gonna be able to do like
I'm gonna do a prank upload.
Yeah.
And
when you pull your dick off, fucking Raul.
No, I'm gonna upload a memory of George sucking Joe Rogan's dick into his brain. Or even better, I would upload it of you watching him do it. And then you just don't know what to do with that memory. You're like, oh my God. Do I bring it up or?
I can't bring this up. It's in his memory too, though. I know he knows. If it gets to that point, then if it gets to that point, then there's no more stand up because those people can talk telepathically. Why would I even have to talk? I have this chip in my head. You're connected to the same server, so I can go ahead and we don't even have to have this conversation. It's just back and forth, ones and zeros going.
No, it's kind of like people still go to movies, even though now they figured out like, oh, why don't we just release it at somebody's house?
Like nostalgia,
on HBO Max.
Yeah,
and people are like, nah, I wanna go have some fucking popcorn. I wanna feel the stickiness on my shoes as I walk through the aisle. And I think some people are gonna be like, nah, I wanna hear it. I wanna because it's totally different. Like people that like stand-up comedy, they like it because they recognize that there's a difference between watching it on TV and actually being there, because you feel the fucking energy when a show is fucking hot.
Well, that's the same thing as a concert. So yeah, concerts won't die, but I'm saying though, once you put something like that into your brain, you're no longer 100% human being. You're cyborg. So if you have this, if I have access to basically the entire history of Earth because of the internet, I can pull it up here. You don't think that's going to change my personality? The things that I want to talk about and do now, like
you might be a smug.
Yeah, and who's going to want to take over the world? The rich people who put those fucking things in their head first, because now I know everything. Oh, you people are dumb. Oh, you don't want it? Think about it now. Like if there's
that means like there would have to be like good chipped people to be like, hey, no, there's bad chipped people out there and they're telling you lies.
But how do you know who's who? How do you know who's? Because anything
you get a chip yourself and you fuck around and find out.
And then what if it becomes, hey, you can't come into this restaurant until you get a chip in your brain? You know what I mean?
Listen, man, I will not have this anti-vax horse shit.
They got me. I was just trying to bring it around.
What if they try to take our freedom? Sometime. Like now.
Like specifically right now. No, okay, but I'm saying though, okay, I have this company and I need you to get the chip in, because without that chip, I can't download your information. So I know you're my employee and I can't download the things that I need you to know for this job. So now I can't get a job.
Yeah, it'll be like cell phones.
Yeah.
Like before, like people were holdouts, like, well, now you're going to miss out on job opportunities because you don't have a fucking cell phone. and I think that's what's gonna happen with all the chip people.
Yeah.
All the chip people are gonna be like transmitting shit so fast
Yeah.
that you're gonna miss out on the fucking world, and you're gonna be like, I gotta get a fucking chip now so I
Yeah.
can keep up with my goddamn fucking business.
And then you gotta open up your OnlyFans, and it's just you all chipless. All dude. Look at this chipless idiot out there, fucking
Oh
showing,
my God.
spraying his vagina lips.
One of those banana hammocks.
Boom, boom. Remember comedian Raul Sanchez? Well, here he is on OnlyFans stripping for you.
Oh, and I got a ball of Jack. Y'all ain't never seen nothing like this.
I'm still in the back DJing. Oh man, what the fuck?
Hey, man. Throw a fucking bottle at you. I said, flag off. Oh.
Man, I've been fucking with this VR thing. I don't think the VR thing is gonna happen like the way people think it is.
What do you mean?
I think it's gonna be augmented reality is gonna win. Okay, for example, augmented reality. You walk in the studio and it's just a blank room.
And you get plugged into
But
something.
then you don't have to get plugged into something. You put on some glasses or some contacts, and then whatever you designed in that metaverse goes on top of.
Isn't that VR?
What's already existing. No, VR, you're immersed.
It's not VR. You just put these things on your eyes that make you see things.
But then you wouldn't be able to see me. You're immersed in that virtual reality. Augmented reality, you're still in reality, but the decorations, everything is changed. So, okay, like, I think that's what's to be sustainable, that's what it's gonna end up happening. Augmented reality wins. Meaning, I got this nice ass house, right? And the nice ass house has nice furniture. If you take off the glasses, it's just a regular couch and a regular whatever. But I upgrade them through augmented reality. So when you come in your house with the lenses on, you're gonna see a fucking fabulous house. I bought it all online, and I can switch that out.
I can see like a 27-year-old on disability living that life, but I think for the most part, people want to actually have those things so that people don't have to put on a fucking set of glasses. It's like, oh, hey man, before you go in, can you put on your fucking thing glasses so you don't see?
But everybody's gonna have them, because if you don't, you're not gonna be able to see the menu at your restaurant. You're not gonna be able to see the movie, because the movie's all augmented.
Well, you're just basically saying how you would get everybody to wear it. Are you some kind of like pro-vax motherfucker? Like, this is how I would force people to do it.
No. It's just, I'm saying, I don't think VR. I think augmented reality will, and it's not about I want to own the physical thing. I just want people to see that I own it. You know what I mean? So I can constantly.
No, I don't think that can work. There's always people that are fucking rebellious, dude.
Oh yeah.
They're just gonna be like, "Fuck all your bullshit, dude." I wanna basically what's his name? Dennis Leary's character on Demolition Man.
Yeah,
where he's one of the underground
rats.
people.
Yeah.
But he's talking about how oppressive they are up there about not cursing and not eating bad food.
And he's like, doing his bit, all smoking a cigarette, all.
Yeah. He's like,
anyway, Bill Hicks.
I know, right? That's fucked up. Didn't Bill Hicks say something like I just got cancer to see if Dennis Leary would get it too?
Oh shit! And he still has a career and everything. He never got caught on some shit.
No, sometimes good things happen to bad people. No, I don't know that. I don't know about Dennis Leary. From what I understand, he did steal material from Bill Hicks, and Louis C.K. has apparently.
Yeah, Louis C.K. came out and said that. But
I'm an asshole.
The way he found out was somebody came out to Bill Hicks and was just like, "Hey man, you're stealing." That his material.
That he was stealing from
Dennis
Leary.
Yeah.
Dennis Leary.
That he was taking his material. He's like, what the fuck? And then he went.
Bill Hicks was stealing from Larry the Cable Guy, bro.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think okay. So the point I was trying to make with augmented reality is porn's gonna be amazing. That's all I know.
But you got to put something physical on your unless they're plugged into your actual wiring. The glasses aren't gonna do shit except just like you're still you're jerking off. You're just seeing this hot chick.
You have these contacts on. You go on a date. This date you really don't have that much feelings for. She's meh, or he's meh, whatever you're into. You don't give a shit. A warm hole is a warm hole to you. So you go out on this date.
This is true.
But the whole time you pulled up 1998 Jennifer Love Hewitt, and that augmented reality, your contacts are sounds like the girl or guy or whomever you're with.
But once you touch her, you're gonna realize like
it's visual, bro. If you feel like it's gonna feel, and she's gonna feel weird too because she's
thinking of Brad Pitt,
but with a cock this big, and she's gonna go grab that fake cock and be like, "Oh,
Jennifer, don't look at me like that. You don't even fucking act like it ain't fucking all right."
But we're visual creatures, and that would actually, I think, change sex a lot.
I certainly
married
would,
couples.
but I don't know.
Married couples have been together 40 fucking years, and you're old, and you don't want to bang that old ass lady.
That's the one thing that always remains true. Fucking is always gonna remain fucking.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You're still doing it. You just have the lenses on, and it looks.
No, dude. I'm telling you, people are like, it's gonna become so unreal. That it's like, no, I want to see this fucking hog, just take him off. Like, people are gonna want to see what they're doing.
But I think no, they're gonna be able to see everything. They see everything. Like, it's like, okay, I see this television, I see all this. This is real. But if I take off my lenses, this is actually, it doesn't look anything like this. It's like a stick, and this isn't as good as I thought it was. And you look different, and I look different because with my lenses on, I get to look how I want to look. I look in the mirror, look at that beautiful motherfucker. I take it off, and it's like, oh, you got pimples everywhere. If you can convince, it's the.
I feel like you want this to happen so you can do that.
No, I just went down too many YouTube holes, is what it is, and these people are like, this is what's gonna happen.
Because nothing about it sounds attractive to me at all.
Because I'm painting it in a bad way. That's why. I'm painting it in a negative way, because that's not how it's going to get painted to us. Cell phones didn't get painted to us in a bad way. You know what I mean? It's not like they're not saying, hey, we're going to track you and we're going to know everything that you do and everything you buy, and we're going to know all your bank accounts. They're like, hey, you can call somebody across the world and you're going to be able to see all this information on your phone. And that sounds great, but that's if you paint it in a good light, and I'm painting it in a bad light.
Well, I guess fair enough. I mean, I guess there are people that sit in those computer game lobbies.
But now people are getting paid. People are making money, and not a little bit, like hundreds of dollars a day playing video games right now. Especially within the metaverse.
But they're usually like 13-year-old boys and shit.
No, grown-ass men. Grown-ass men.
I'm pretty sure.
Jeff Elliott's doing it right
all
now.
All the fucking things I've seen on ESPN.
Remember Jeff Elliott?
3.
No, that's not what it is. It's it has something to do with cryptocurrency, and you play games, and by playing games, you're mining, and then that's how they pay you. So they're basically just paying people to play their game.
Really?
Yeah, because they want.
There's weirdos out there that they just want to, like, I want to make believe own some business where people come work for it.
Yeah. There's a we've talked about the comedy club, like that guy Renders Comedy Club on VR. You've seen that before, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's a actual place built
Is that the one
on
that
top
Al
of
Gonzalez does? Yeah.
It's not a physical place, but a place that's built in a metaverse type of setting. You know what I mean? So my point was,
it really does feel like we're in the future.
Now let me say how it helps. This is how it helps. So 20, 30 years from now, population grows. We can't sustain the use that we're getting out right now. So people have to maintain the things that they already have. You know what I mean? They have to maintain their cars. They have to maintain their home. They're not going to be able to get new furniture. But we need to keep this consumption up. How do we do that? If I can change the color of my house and the way it looks just through purchasing an NFT, nobody else might have this color or this combination. And if you have those glasses on or those contacts on, I got a brand new home. Look at this badass brand new home. You know what I mean? It's still reality. You can feel it. It's just the color's different. I changed the color. Same thing with your car. My car, I had a blue car, now I have a red car, and I have flames on the side of my car. It's all the same thing, just by having those contacts, and you get to keep You get to keep both. You get to keep the resources, and you get to keep the consumer. What's it called? The what we do now? Just consuming. Capitalism.
I think in the future, that's not what cars are going to happen. Is you're going to just put a setting of color, or a pattern, on your like right before you pull out the driveway. You're like, let me blue today, and then your entire car is just going to go.
I think most people aren't going to drive. They don't like kids today. They want to just Uber and Lyft. They don't want to.
You said that the other day. I don't believe you.
It's true. They don't want to drive, and what's going to happen eventually is these robo taxis, where I take out my phone. I'm like, I want to go to Whataburger, and a robo taxi will pull up. I get in. They take me to Whataburger. I come back. I paid it. I didn't have to. It all did it through my phone because I'm part of the Uber robo taxi or whatever the fuck robo taxi. What's the point of owning a car? The only point of owning a car is to show status, or if you want to get off the fucking grid, which I think is going to be increasingly harder.
You think so? But I mean, no, dude, because there's some people that just need a car. There's always going to be people that have to go to work.
Yeah, pick me up from work, and then pick me up for work. I'll go to work and then come back. It's like people in New York. They a lot of them
transportation always gives up a convenience and timeliness for price.
Well, think about New York. People
but don't have New York though, bro. Like you have to drive quite a fucking distance. Ubers over here would cost a lot more sometimes, just because people weren't. They're like, "What do you want me to drive all that?"
In electric cars, because they're not using fossil fuels, it goes down. So these are self-driving electric vehicles. The price goes down, so it's actually cheaper to just take that daily, just the way it is cheap to buy a bus pass, or it's cheap to buy a subway pass. It's going to be cheap to use that robo-taxi, and you'll have a monthly expense.
No,
or your job might offer you a monthly expense.
The cars might be cheap, but they're going to price it at a way higher than it really is, because that's how it won't, dude. They're gonna go right. It's gonna be like almost even, where it's like not gonna make a difference, because that's how they maximize the amount of money they can get. So they're basically, it's just like, it's your choice basically.
So what Elon Musk is trying to do with the robo-taxi service is, for example, I want to have my own robo-taxi service. I buy 10 robo-taxis, right? I buy 10 vehicles from him. And through that service, that little block thing, it's going to find customers through their app. They take 30% of that. But everybody else around me, they don't have to own anything. They would just use those taxis.
If it was cheap enough, yeah.
Yes.
But that's the thing.
And eventually, that's the point of electric cars, is that it gets cheaper and cheaper.
I mean, nothing sounds like it's going to get cheaper anytime soon here. Dude, I got to pee, man.
All right, go ahead. I'm going to look it up. Are electric cars getting cheaper? Electric. Oh, be careful. Let's see. They're becoming more affordable. Are electric cars getting cheaper or more expensive? Anyway, while he's gone, make sure to go to eatmetexas.com. Eatmetexas.com is where you can get your edibles. Get 10% off with code NOBODY'SHappy. And these edibles are legal, 100% good. 100% good. That's what they are. They're 100% good. Fuck. And the only ones that they can't deliver to are Kentucky, New York, Vermont, Washington, Rhode Island, Nevada, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Delaware, Idaho, Iowa, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, and Utah. But everywhere else, especially here in Texas, we can ship those to you. Use code Nobody's Happy. And if after that you're a little hungry and you want to, eat some beef jerky, go to the best beef jerky in the world.com. That's Brother Earl's Beef Jerky, and you'll be able to purchase beef jerky with code 10% off with code Nobody's Happy. I'm not as good as doing these commercials as Raul, but he's drinking and he wouldn't pee. He went in my house. He could be fucking my wife right now. I have no idea. And he's in my house, and he's probably fucking my wife. Brother Earl's beef jerky. Make sure to get some, and use code Nobody's Happy. Hey, he's back. I was telling him that that right now you're inside my house getting either a beer and pissing, or that you could be fucking my wife, and I have no idea. Ew. And I'm saying, don't say ew to my wife. How dare you say ew to my wife?
No, that you would think that of me.
Oh, okay.
Kind of a sleaze bag?
No. Is that wrong to want your friends to want to have sex with your wife? Not to do it, but to want to do it.
Look, man. You don't think I would take an ass kicking for you, bro?
I'm just behind my wife all smiling, huh? I'm like, stop it, dude. Stop it. What, you'd fuck her, right? Fucking tell me you'd fuck her. It's all I want. That's so weird how that kind of goes away with when they become the mother of your children. You know what I mean?
The come here, you.
No, not that. But I enjoyed when we went out when other dudes would either hit on her when I wasn't around. I could see like, or would look at her like do the turnaround. Like, who the fuck is that? I enjoyed that a lot. And now I'm just like, I mean,
really? You're saying you don't anymore. You don't, on some level, you don't like enjoy.
Well, now it's like 60-year-old men going, hey, and I'm like, ooh, well, something about fucking my wife, bro.
Yeah, but I mean,
when it was hot men looking at my wife, I was like, yeah.
When it was all these bombs.
Fuck, I just thought about that. Damn. Whew.
You mean you liked it when all these bombones used to look at your girl?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess there is something to say about the quality, right?
Yeah.
Because I do like it when my girl's like, oh yeah, and this guy he was like hitting me up on Facebook.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, like just trying to reconnect and this and that, and then kind of like trying to like go out on a date or something. I mean, I like that. I mean, I don't hate it. It doesn't make me belligerent.
Yeah.
It just makes me go like.
And then when you're fucking them, you're picturing them fucking her.
Picture them crying in the corner.
And then you put on your glasses, you're like, augmented reality fucking is amazing. She's like, what? I'm like, shut up. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love, huge tits.
She's been on my mind because we saw her in Garfield.
I was just thinking about Selma Hayek the other day because she's also a 90s.
Even today.
Even today. Fuck yeah. Even today. But certainly in the 90s, even 2000s.
Yeah.
Like she was fucking smoking hot her entire life.
Do you remember that one that she had with that guy from Friends, that movie? What was it called?
Fools Rush In.
Fools Rush In. That movie made me so mad. I'm like, look, that's a goddess in front of you. And how dare you look down at her because she believes in religion and you
I know, dude.
Yeah, in my head, I was like, look at this. She's dumb. She's dumb and she's brown and I'm going to fuck her. That's what I was feeling from him. And I was with the parents like, no, fuck that. They shouldn't get married. He doesn't respect her. Fuck that.
I got really mad that he would even be upset of this woman. I was like, dude, I would put so many babies in her.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's when they place average white dude with extremely hot and then put in whatever Asian, Mexican, black. You know what I mean? Those kind of, I'm just like, what
movies?
The fuck? Yeah.
Like what? Besides that, bullshit.
I was a little infuriated when Billy Bob Thornton fucked the shit out of Halle Berry. Like, that's not, like, I wanted to see it, but not with Billy Bob Thornton.
I believe the black community was pretty upset about that.
Yeah.
At least the gentlemen were.
Who was the one that brought it up? Was it Professor Griff? Which was like, yeah, because they didn't want to see the way they do it. He really fucked her in that movie because she was being, initiated. She's being initiated for higher level movies, but they're not going to put one of their good whites. They're not going to put Brad Pitt. They're not going to put, what's the other one that was in Ocean's 11?
George Clooney.
Yeah, they're not gonna put George Clooney. No. They put Billy Bob Thornton, this redneck motherfucker, and they said, you fuck her so she can be initiated. And then what did she get? Catwoman. I was like, and I was over there like, fuck, dude, this is all true. Oh.
Who? Damn, I forgot his name. He's a dude that used to come out on Tough Crowd. Black dude, not Patrice. Damn it!
Is he the one that he does Godfrey's podcast too?
God damn it! What's this?
I'll pull him up right now.
Robinson. Keith Robinson.
Yeah.
He's
not on that one.
He came out when he was pretty upset about it. I think he said it on Tough Crowd where he was like, how can you have that fucking something with my Nubian princess? He goes, how would you like it if James Earl Jones gave Reese Witherspoon a Roman helmet?
That's the point that I'm trying to make. It's infuriating. You know what though? I had no problem with Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. I was like, you know what? I have no problem there.
Why? He's kind of isn't he kind of like an aggro fucking douchey guy?
Yeah, but I mean, isn't she kind of like? I mean,
don't you want the best for her?
Girl? Not really. I don't give a shit. Why? I don't know why I didn't get defensive with her.
Something. I don't know. Sometimes I look at these women. I'm like, would I even know what to do with all that?
No, you wouldn't.
It was like when George said that one time. He was like, I wouldn't want to fuck Cardi B because I would come too fast.
Cardi B? He likes them sloppy and thick, I feel like a lot of times. Just sloppy.
He was saying I would come too fast and then I would be denying that I had sex with her. It's like, no, I never fucked Cardi B.
That's what Eminem said, that he fucked Mariah Carey. He's like, yeah, I came fast and I came on your belly real quick, so you were disgusted, and just like, well, all right.
That's crazy, right? See, that's exactly what would happen to me, and then I would have to make a joke about it. Let me tell you guys about the time that I came.
What I would be afraid of is hooking up with like a Salma Hayek, and other than my wife finding out. But what I would be really concerned with is that I go in there to like make love, and she's like, "What the fuck? You're a bang. What are you doing?" And like I feel just embarrassed.
Like, oh,
you know what I mean?
She wanted you to pull her hair.
Yeah, like you're supposed to fuck me, and you're trying to make love. Like gross.
Which would be what according to you?
It's just
music.
It's really just sex. It's the same thing. I move at a snail's pace. This is love. Well, fuck me. It's pacing. It's literally just pacing.
You're on a twin bed mattress in a boiler room for some fucking reason.
And then you come too fast. Yeah, but don't try to make love to him, I guess.
You know, I actually get not weirded out, but it sometimes bothers me if the bed is actually making that cartoonish creaking sound.
Oh, my thing is
makes me want to laugh sometimes.
You know how you put those things on the bottom of the bed so you can move it around easier, either on tile or on wood floors. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Those little, like the things I have under here.
The rope. Oh.
Those little, yeah. So if you have those under your bed, you can move it across wood floors or tile very easily. So if you're fucking on that, the goal is get the bed to the other side of the room. Because when you're done, they have no idea that you're moving the bed, and they get up, they're like, the whole room's different. It's just like, yeah, I fucked the shit out of the whole room.
Disorientated you with that dick.
Why is the bed on the other side? Because I fucked everybody in here. And it's really just the ease of moving it. But it makes you feel like more of a man.
More powerful, if you will.
Yeah.
All
right, you want to plug?
I guess I'm doing Bolingbrook on February 21st and 22nd, I think, something around that. Go look it up. CG's Comedy Club, I think that's what it's called. I'm doing Revolver again. They gave me new dates. New dates. Oh shit! I got a text from my girl. The new dates for Revolver is the show that I do at the Laugh Out Loud here in San Antonio. And I just basically I just host a show. I do a few minutes up top, and then I introduce people to some of my friends, very hilarious friends that I know around the whole South Texas area. Hilarious comics. So January 19th, February 16th, and March 16th. We're going to be doing that. And it looks like I already got like 3 names down here. I got to go look for more people. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got going on right this second. Josh, you got anything?
Yeah, January 19th, I'll be at the Creek in the Cave in Austin, Texas, and 8 o'clock. January 21st at the Blind Tiger Comedy Club. Feed the Funny, San Antonio's longest running stand-up comedy show. All ticket sales go to the San Antonio Food Bank. So make sure you get your tickets.
All right, everybody. Y'all take it easy.